So this is me trying to help you to understand. Trying to think if that should be my opening. I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, I figured I'd do this real quick before I work out. So instead I'll do this. There's a general theme on that, don't you think? Anyway, so I wanted to give you a history of my political makeup of how I got here and the reasons why I have the philosophy that I have. And let's start out with, am I conservative? So that suits me. That's my philosophy. Yours, of course, is yours, however you got to or where you. But I wanted to give you the how I got here. All right, so let's start out with, I'm turning 18. And I have to go and register for the Selective Service. And I was, of course, I have to go for this thing called voting registration. Oh, don't know what any of that means. So what do? Well, you go up to your mother. Hey, Ma, what does this mean? I don't understand. What is Democrat, Republican? I don't understand what any of that. And she goes, well, let's see. Do you believe in human rights? Well, yeah, of course. Well, do you believe in choice for all? Well, yeah. Well, then you're a Democrat. Oh, okay, Democrat. So when the next election came around, which was Dukakis versus Bush, or Bush v. Dukakis, let's go by that way, I went like a good Democrat. I went D. I could have been voting for people who believed in human cannibalism for all I knew. I don't know. I just D. Because that's what I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, because I didn't know. And obviously, of course, Dukakis lost. I started looking into him after the election, and oh my God, we dodged a bullet. Oh my God. He's a worse idiot than Quayle they thought he was. Oh, how he had the IQ to tie his shoe, I don't understand. But that makes him a winner. No, he lost. So, of course, Bush won. H.W. Bush. So, of course, I'm going through the whatevers, and the next election, of course, was H.W. Bush v. Clinton. Now, midterm? What the hell is that? I don't know anything about that. And of course, Senate races and Prop 425, and I don't know what that is. Just extra stuff on the ballot. I don't know. I have to read this stuff, right? So the next election comes up, and I figured, okay, I should probably start researching these people. And I started looking at what was being said about President Bush, and of course he had the read my lips, no new taxes, and then he did that anyway. So I was like, oh well, he can't be trusted. He's just one of those politicians. But I started looking at Bill Clinton, and I still couldn't figure out what was going on. But I saw an interview, one of those man on the street interviews of people in Arkansas. He was the governor of Arkansas. I figured they would know what their impressions were of the governor. And every one of them was like, he's a womanizer, he's a hustler, can't be trusted, and all these other things. And I was like, okay, people who actually know him are saying, don't go there, don't eat at that restaurant, go over there. Okay. And I was also looking at some of the stuff that was being said about the candidates. And at the time, you had the recession. And of course, President H.W. Bush was saying how the recession is getting better, where the economy is moving forward, and all that other stuff. And all the media was saying, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, it's beyond death coming. We're all doomed. And like, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. All right, now, granted, even today, I'm no global economic expert, or even macroeconomics, or whatever. I'll concede that. At that time, obviously much younger, I had at least a couple of college courses in economics that I could at least fall back on. And what I was hearing from over here didn't make sense with what I was being taught over here. for example, the way that it was being over here was that the king is not giving his money out to you. You peasants must rise and revolt type of level. It's like, wait a minute. What you're saying is that President Bush isn't pulling the lever to make the economics for the American people better. So therefore he's a bad person. You don't want that in anybody. They pull a lever on the economy and does what he wants. There's no such lever. You don't want that lever. Because somebody that you're not going to like is going to be there and pull that lever, going to go this way. Basically, if there was such a lever that somebody pulls, you don't see it, the result of that, for like 18 months. It's like the way it was likened was driving a oil super tanker, fully loaded super tanker. You make a course correction, you don't see it for an hour, type of thing. And you want it like that. You don't want somebody that, how the hell can you have any kind of business, any kind of government, anything, when you have somebody who does that? You don't want that. But they were making President H.W. Bush as though he was that. And he was there purposefully keeping, I'm not going to turn that lever, screw you. No, that's not how it works. So, I wasn't liking what was being said about Clinton, and I wasn't liking about what was being said about H.W. Bush. So I went with H.W. Bush, of course. And of course, he lost. At the time, I was starting to get into a bit of a complex. It's like, okay, everyone I vote for loses. I should probably vote for the other guy to get this guy. But so I started paying more and more attention into what was being said, and especially what Bill Clinton was. And of course, Hillary, she just worried me. She was obviously, at that time, she was obviously power hungry. And everybody knew that. I mean, anyway, so we're going through the first term of the Clinton presidency. And of course, I'm watching what was being said about him and what it was. And I'm like, and anytime anybody had anything to say against him, it was, oh, you're just a Clinton hater. What? No, hold on. I mean, we're seeing scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. Something's going on here. Oh, no, you're just a Clinton hater. We're not going to listen to you. You know, it's like, look, here's the way I describe it. It's like, okay, could you do me a favor and your kid is doing that. No, it's not cute. Can you just please, look what he's doing to the cat. Can you, no, he's hurting the cat. Can you stop? What are you yelling at me for? No, look what he's doing. No, wait, stop. He's doing it to the grapes. What are you talking about? He's he's pulling down the grapes. Can you stop him, please? No, wait a minute. Hold. What are you, I'm not a kid. I don't hate kids. What are you talking about? Look what he's doing over there. Could you please leave? Okay, take your kid. Thank you very much. Can you go? Just go. Thank you very much. Just go. That's what it is. Bill Clinton was not presidential material. He was a car salesman. A used car salesman at that. He was a hustler. He was, he was not appropriate to be there. But of course, he's there, so, but the thing is, so I paid attention, especially to what the media says and what they were saying about him. And of course, he goes with I will tell you, one last time, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky, not once. Now I need to go back to do the job for the American people. Like, dude, I saw Monica. I'd do her. My grandma would do her. And you didn't? Bill. Come on, dude. This is you and me talking. You did her. Enough of that shit. Seriously, dude, and you didn't inhale. Dude, come on. There's being a lying politician. It's like, so you're either lying or you're lying. Which is it? Come on, dude. And then a year later, yeah, it did. And the funny thing is, all the people that were defending him during that time, a year later after the fact, I said, he lied to us? Bill, you're on your own. Look, I put my reputation on the line for you. No, Bill, don't call me. I'm not picking up. You're dead to me. You screwed it. See, here's the thing. The Democratic Party at the very beginning should have said, Bill, we love you, man. We think you're great. But seriously, you're killing us. Dude, seriously, no, stop. Stop talking. Adults are talking. All right? You got to put your fucking pants back up, okay? It's not cute. She thought it was cute. Nobody else does. You got to stop this. All right? Enough of this nonsense. We know you got away with murder, almost literally going all the way back to Arkansas. And the state troopers and all that other stuff. This is over. Okay? You got to stop this. All right? You're killing us here. We're going with another candidate in the next election. All right, I'm sorry. All right, just say, all right, for the party, or the American people, I'm going to have to just... But no, he went for a second term. And then, of course, you had impeachment. The whole impeachment thing. You had a pervert defending a pervert. That doesn't tell you anything? And then you had the Democratic Party doing Gordian knots logic, trying to defend him. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And you had fuck Schumer in his re-election ads purposely saying, he was a congressman at the time, going for the Senate, saying, I'm going to vote against impeachment in the Congress, in the House of Representatives, and elect me, and I'll do the same in the Senate. Let me ask you this. Do you want to have a jury in a whatever trial where you have one of the jurors perhaps say, yep, he's guilty? No. The whole point is to try and present the evidence, and then you decide whether you're innocent or guilty based. Nope, he's guilty. Do you want that guy on this? If it's like a civil trial, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for the other guy. Do you want him or her? Be fair. I wouldn't. That was completely inappropriate and fair. He should have recused himself. I even said, all right, look, my emotions are too much invested in this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. But he has no honor. He has no respect. So, of course, Bill Flynn was not, well, he was impeached, but he was removed from office. And still, he's impeached. He was not appropriate. And of course, Hillary started the whole thing, a right-wing conspiracy. My mother actually mentioned that to me once. I can't, when I told her I was going toward the Republican Party, I can't believe you're going to be part of the right-wing conspiracy. I said, Mom, they couldn't have a conspiracy to hold each other's bags at the check-in of the hotel. There's no right-wing conspiracy. They are so completely... Come on, seriously? So anyway, you had the election, Clinton v. Dole, voted for Dole. He was so milquetoast. It was like, I guess I'll have to go Dole. He lost, no surprise. But nobody in the 8 years of Bill Clinton has been doing anything like you had during George H. George W. Bush, or even currently now Trump. Didn't have that. And of course you had George W. Bush versus Al Gore. Let's talk about Al Gore. You have all these people that are defending him. He was also the one who spearheaded with his wife, who was trying to outlaw certain type of music, like hard rock music, like Twisted Sister. If you do remember that, Chipper Gore was on those committees, trying to ban them. I don't understand why they think the Democrat Party is for the party of fun and all that. Rock music. They want to ban rock music. Oh, but they're all hip and now. Al Gore is so cool. No, he's a square. And the way he talks, if he was holding a sign on the sidewalk with a scraggly beard, and the end of the world is nigh, no one would pay attention to him. But he gets in front of the Democratic National Convention, talks about global warming. Oh my God, he's the best. No, he's the same loser that was trying to ban Dee Snider. Really? And all this, and I'll probably do a whole entry on global warming later, but it's just... All right, so anyway, Al Gore was a total loser, worse than Quayle, and yet he was ever on the president's top. I'm going to be your president. And of course, he lost. But he didn't just lose. He lost spectacularly and in temper tantrum mode because he had Florida 2000. And this was, I'm like very, where's the camera? Very close attention. What's going on? How is it? I was doing that to what was going on almost daily, of what was happening. The Democrats were trying to cheat 10 different ways. Hanging chads. No, it's like, well, they had the voting booths. We're like, Democrats put them in. It's their mess. They're living with it. If they are the ones that don't know what they're doing and put in these types of voting standards, who are you to blame? The Republicans are denying a vote because they have a specific Chad, and it's looking, if you see, that's definitely Gore. No. No, that's looking after the fact. And you've had survey after survey. I think there were a total of 6 surveys when I stopped paying attention. And they went through even the best case scenario of what the Democrats were saying, of how the Chad was and all that other stuff. 3/4 hanging or whatever. And each time, Al Gore still lost. 6 different runs, Al Gore still lost. So fine, you had all of this hate and resentment against George W. Bush. Now, at the beginning, he was rather milquetoast. In fact, you had that whole incident where the Chinese got a spy plane down and had it there long enough to be able to take out all the secrets and everything. And I said, look, you know what, dude, you should have just made that end of a runway crater. Problem solved. All right, they violated our territory. That's it. That's just follow what they made. But he didn't. He was milquetoast and all that. Of course, then you had 9/11. That was when in my eye, at least, it was a little better. Could he have done better at that time? No, I think he was okay. And of course, you had instances like Katrina and all that other stuff, which, of course, for like all of 5 minutes after 9/11, everyone's like, oh, shit, we can't say that we hate it. Can't. All right, go on the steps and we'll all sing together in unison. And all right, they stop looking. Let's go back. Okay, we gotta go back. Okay, hurry, get back to hate him. Not even 5 fucking minutes, and they're doing the same thing. All right, not one of them have a sense of honor or dignity. No, none of them. So then you have any excuse they had. to make George Bush look like Hitler. No one said Bill Clinton was Hitler. We didn't like what he was doing, but no one derided him. I mean, we made fun. He's a slick Willie. Woo! We were mocking him, but we were outright saying we wanted to kill him. You had some nutball while Bill Clinton was in office that was shooting up the thing with the AK-47. Remember that? I do. And I even sent him an email. And I said, look, you and I are on opposite sides of the political fence. You need to protect yourself. Do whatever you need to do to block off that road if you need to. All right? So, do what you gotta do, okay? You don't have the same thing with the left, unfortunately. They think it's okay. I mean, you look at the current crowd now with Antifa and all that other stuff. They think it's outright their moral duty to harm and kill people. Now, I haven't gotten to killing people just yet. And that's what I'm afraid of. So, people got to dial it way back. But let's go back to the point. And the point was George W. Bush. I was there when you had the George W. Bush Kerry and the counter protests over in New York City. Remember, I used to live in New York City, Staten Island. And I was at a couple of counter protests there, and I was at one where you had, the vile things that were being said. Holy crap, it's just terrible. And the funny thing is, somebody had this float of a dragon. You had all sorts of people around it, and somebody set it on fire. With all these protesters around it. They almost burned their own crew. They're so crazy insane. So, anyway, we then move on to, of course, Obama. Obama comes in. And I'm like, seriously, we're having an outright socialist coming in? And I tried my best to vote, I voted against him, of course, obviously. And now, of course, I'm going to do a whole post on socialism eventually. You never had the level of hate against him as you do against George W. Bush or Trump. And the thing is, every time anybody says, well, hold on, I don't agree with you. Oh, you're a hater. No, I don't agree with the policy that he's presenting. And he said, every time he so much as blinked, you're a hater, you're a hater, you're a hater, you're a hater. That's not how you win an argument. It's not how you end the argument, but you don't win it. And that there's a very clear distinction on that. So, my history basically is I'm basically a classic Democrat. I'm a Jack Kennedy Democrat. But I basically stayed where I am the whole time. But for some reason, the Democratic Party just kept moving this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And I'm like, fuck it, now I'm a conservative? How the hell did that happen? You guys have left the party, not me. I'm just... okay, I guess. I have to be a Republican. God, they're such weak-ass people. They gotta grow a fucking spine. Oh my God, I gotta be a libertarian. Yeah, I'd like to be able to win a party someday, win an election. And, legalize marijuana. No. I guess I have to be a Republican. But, yeah, it's still... And I did, in fact, vote for Trump. And briefly because I'm anti-Hillary. Bill and Hillary are the reason why I left the Democrat Party, especially Hillary. And she is a total about her power, about everyone has to follow what she says. Doesn't matter the fact that she's completely, contradictory at times. It's her party. That's it. She's stomping her foot at her birthday party, and I want my cake now. No, party's over. So there's no way I could have voted for the felon. No way. Anyway, that's the evolutionary process that I came to this point. Mostly because I'm not a Hillary person, not a Bill person. But I hope that helps you understand at least where I came to here. Anyway, thank you very much. I guess I have to exercise. Damn it, I gotta go do some. Yeah, I gotta exercise. Alright, thank you.